Good morning, pickle peeps. Confession time. Kinda, sorta. So, this is completely unscripted. Who here has ever gone on a trip, and it was the most amazing trip ever? It was a mind-blowing, world-changing trip. And you come home, and you climb back into your bed, and yes, it's your bed, it feels comfortable, it's wonderful, this is everything that's familiar. But you start to get, I'm gonna say, like, location disassociation. A bit like, I just did this wonderful thing. I have changed completely. And my environment, my home is still the same. Let me know. First things, let me know in the comments. Have you guys ever experienced this? So I kind of call it location disassociation. I am sure there is a technical term for it. I am sure it is not that, but that's what we're going with right now. So I had to come here for you with kind of this video blog session. I'm sorry, this is not a how-to. Not really. Because I'm going through this right now. I just spent a couple of days out in Boise, Idaho. Yes, I'm dropping hints. Let me know when you figure out what I was doing. The shirt's a hint. Boise is a hint if you follow this marketing method. So I just had the experience of a lifetime, the opportunity of a lifetime to head out to Boise, Idaho and hang out with a couple of people that will be mentioned shortly, and learn a whole ton and have my entire, I don't want to say my entire world view, or say it's not destroyed, maybe shaken and just like rearranged and be like, oh my God, why the hell haven't I been doing this? It's so simple. What is wrong? And just as you go and you hang out with millionaires and billionaires and everybody is on the same marketing journey and we're all obsessed with the same marketing stuff and making it work, you can't help but come home a little different. Come home a little different, and home feels exceptionally weird. And maybe I am weird for this because I'm just like, I got itchy feet, period. So I like traveling. But I haven't in 11 years now. No, 12. Well, Jesus, I haven't in 12 years now experienced this level of you came home and the world that you come from is still the same, but you're not. So yes, you could totally call this the hero's journey. You could say I just went on a rapid 4-day hero's journey. For my Joseph Campbell fans, come on. Are you out there? Are you a Joseph Campbell fan? Let me know. I am a massive Joseph Campbell fan. Hang on. We're gonna get some coffee. I apologize, this is a little wandering, but I promise there's a point. So last time I experienced this level of I have changed, my entire mental scape world has changed. However, my environment is the same as it's always been. And it's a little bit jarring, right? Let me know if this has happened to you. I want to know that I'm not the only one. I might be the only one. But I really want to know that I'm not the only one that this has happened to. Because it is crazy like that. Or it's to the point of you're like, did I just dream what I did and what I experienced and who I met and what we talked about and all of this new grand vision for the future? Did I dream that? Did I really go anywhere at all? Like if there weren't suitcases sitting in the house, I would question, did I really go anywhere at all? And that's because of this environment disassociation. Okay, you guys hang on a minute. I'll be right back. Good morning. In-person example right there, pickle peep. My grandparents just arrived. Completely pulled me out of the video. That's okay. We'll get back to it. And it's another actual example. So it's not just you come back home to the location that hasn't changed, even though you have changed so dramatically. The people around you haven't changed, and they're very excited for you and for what you did or you learned. And I don't know, if maybe they traveled with you. I don't know, but whatever. Any of that. This one is more of a personal journey. And what you experienced is not in the world that your friends and family live in. Like, this is all marketing. My friends and family do not do marketing. They understand low-level marketing. Like, I'm so proud. I've gotten my mom, my sister, occasionally my dad to recognize. They're like, hey, Mel! Look, I'm in a sales funnel! And I'm so proud of them for that. I really am. But it's a different thing. It's a different world. When you come from a certain money mindset and then that money mindset is blown to smithereens and you come back, but your reality, your real world, the people you interact with are still living in that old money or life or experience mindset, whatever your shift was. I'm going to take another sip of coffee here. Probably should have wrote an outline, but I just woke up, so. I'm gonna go back to just let me know if you've experienced this, where you go on an amazing transformational event journey. And you come home, and the next morning you wake up in your own bed and everything's familiar, and you wonder, did I dream it all? Did it really happen? Has that happened to anybody else? It happens to me. I can't say all the time now because before Rona, I was on the road a lot traveling to shows and stuff, but traveling for work to a festival and to an event and whatnot, that's fun, that's vacation a little bit. You don't come back transformed from something like that. When I travel to Disney, you don't necessarily come back transformed from visiting Disney. You just had a really good time and you're probably exhausted. The last time I came home transformed from something was when I studied abroad in Italy. All right, grand reveal. Who guessed it? Who guessed where I was? I was in Boise, Idaho. You might recognize the shirt says TwoComa Club X is because I'm in the program. But yes, I was hanging out at ClickFunnels. I was able to get into the room for what's called a FHAT event, which is a funnel hackathon. So I was sitting, taking notes, doing my work 10 feet away from Russell Brunson. That was the first shock. Like the first morning I was there, when you go to something like this and it's so amazing, you're like, first you think, is this real? Am I dreaming? And then when you get home, it's like, is this real? Did I dream it all? that kind of thing. So I just spent 2 days with Russell Brunson at ClickFunnels headquarters, learning a massive deep dive into the highest success rate way of doing Ecom funnels. Funnels for physical products. Because if you do one funnel away, which is the most amazing gateway drug to internet marketing. I am sorry. People say the 4-hour work week is the gateway drug to internet marketing. I don't know. I've never read the 4-hour work week. Sorry, Tim Ferriss. I think the one funnel away experience, that 30-day course challenge, is the gateway drug to internet marketing and to a new business lifestyle. It'll shake every foundation you thought about business and just completely rebuild it in that. So let me take you on a quick journey. I was introduced to ClickFunnels by Stacy Storino. She's one of my coaches. She's fantastic. And she said, when you're ready for the next level, you take the one funnel away challenge. I challenge anyone who wants to get into business in general to start yourself out right without a ton of misconceptions. Do the one funnel away challenge. It's $100. I'll link it below. Okay? That is outstanding. Let's go back. Let's go back before one funnel away challenge. So I'm in Renee Christine's world. I was going to teach for Renee Christine, but then she ended the partnership program. So that course is still, it's being launched very soon. If you are paying attention to this channel, you will know when Trunk Show Secrets is launched. Yes. All right. So a couple years ago, Renee Christine did a thing called Candy Funnel, where she took her top students and she was starting an affiliate program because if we're fantastic and we love her, we should market for her. And it was a great thing. Affiliate marketing is like, it's got a bad rap, but it's not a bad thing if it's honest people who are doing the affiliate marketing. Now you hear affiliate marketing and it's called being a brand ambassador because that doesn't have the skeevy used car salesman feeling that affiliate does. But whatever, I was an affiliate for Renee Christine. Yeah, so sometime in 2019, I'm going to guess 2019 is when, because September 2019, I think, is when that program ended. But whatever, that's besides the point. As we were starting to learn this and try to figure out, all of us product-based people, how to do affiliate marketing for someone, because we were so excited about it, the opportunity was so great, and the course is so amazing, that we were like, okay. Because I was like, I defined myself. I have the shirt, Bestie Nation. I'm a Kool-Aid person. But I get sucked into really good branding and really good cultures. I'm a bestie, I'm a CrossFitter, I'm a funnel hacker, okay? I get this. I am trying to build a culture of pickle peeps. I'm trying to build a culture of the beasties. That one's doing okay. Regardless, but back to the story. So one of the things Renee did, she showed us the webinar of the 10X secrets. It's an hour and a half, 2-hour presentation by Russell Brunson at Grant Cardone's event. And they turned it into a webinar. And I gotta say, I probably watched the thing 5 times. I was so in awe of what Russell was talking about and how to build funnels, how to hack traffic, and how to guarantee you're doing the right thing in your funnel, or at least get the best chances of it, that I was like, oh my God, I'm ready. I'm ready to commit. However, because I was spending money on ads and other programs to be an affiliate for Renee, I didn't have the money at that point to invest in his program. But it stuck with me. Like, that remains to say, one of the most amazing presentations I have ever seen. So that was a couple years ago. Then October of 2020, my coach Stacy Storino said, you guys should do the One Funnel Away Challenge. It's the next step up. You're ready for it. It's intense, but go for it. I disagree on that level. Yes, it's intense. It is insane. But I think that should be, there are a few things I think should be a requirement for any person going into business. 1, read Profit First. 2, read E-Myth Revisited. 3, do the One Funnel Away Challenge. If you do those 3 things, you will have the strongest, most secure foundation for your business that you cannot, I mean, I can't legally say you're guaranteed success, but you have the strongest chance of extreme success possible if you read Profit First, read E-Myth Revisited, and do the One Funnel Away Challenge. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we did that. But it was October. We're products-based businesses. Do you think we're going to implement a whole new system in October, Q4, holiday rush? No. So we took the challenge. It was amazing. We wanted to do stuff with it, but we couldn't. It just wasn't happening. So we were all looking to do the challenge again once the new year hit, and we were in January, and it's the slow period for Ecom. And then Russell announced he was doing OFA, One Funnel Away 2.0. And we're like, oh, okay. So a group of us gets together. We're all in like the handmade space, and we do OFA 2.0. And our brains are blown every single day, even more so than they were off of the original One Funnel Away. And I thought that blew my brain. I didn't think there was brain left to be blown. But it happened on OFA 2.0. And then after OFA 2.0, we had TwoComa Club Live. It's a 3-day online conference that, again, if you want the next step to your brain being blown, you do that. Leaving TwoComa Club Live, I joined into the TwoComa Club X program, which, if anyone doesn't know what a TwoComa Club award is, it means that you have generated $1 million in your funnel. So it's the millionaire pathway. And I was like, you know what? I have been drooling over this. I have bought into the ideology. I understand the process. I just want that hand-holding, fast-track pass into being a millionaire, into growing my company to that point. Because if I'm doing $1 million in revenue, that means I can hire people and change their lives. I can do more things to change the lives of my customers. I can donate charities. I can do all of those great things. I can help my parents pay off their house, okay? Those are the goals. I can make sure Teddy doesn't have to worry about anything with school or with education, all of that. Those are my goals with TwoComa Club, okay? That's my why that I'm doing this. I can inspire people. I can hire people and change their lives. I could do a school internship program and encourage the next generation of entrepreneurs coming in. Those are my goals. That's why I'm in this program. And I believe wholeheartedly that I can make a change in the world. I can make a change in the world for my beasties, my women who either already have the confidence and want to show it off. They want to be that insiders club. Or the women who need the Superman effect, who need a talisman, who need something to wear that they can touch, that they can remember. I am a badass. I own the world and I can do anything. So those are my beasties, okay? I want to change the world of craft show people, of craft vendors who are struggling to figure out this transition to online, who are going to shows every single weekend, whether it's in the pouring rain, whether you're driving 10 hours, you're camping out. Like, I have slept in a truck so many times being a crafter. I have lived that experience. I have slept at gas stations in the truck to get to events and craft shows. And you know what? It doesn't matter how great the show is. You are not guaranteed sales at a craft show. You are not guaranteed sales at a festival. Mother Nature has her own plan. I have done shows through hurricane. I have done shows where we stood there and by the end of the day, your fingers are blue and it's sleeting on the tent. I have watched tents fly and crash. I have watched businesses at these events who have gone through a hurricane who didn't know how to properly stake down their tent, take their stock in sopping wet boxes and drop it into a garbage bin. Have you seen that? Have you witnessed that? Have you experienced that, Pickle Peep? Because that's the worst thing in the world. I'm talking about you, Oklahoma Medieval Renaissance Fair. That's the worst one in the world. I'm blacklisted from that event. I'll tell you that story another time if you want the story about how Allie and I got blacklisted from the Oklahoma Medieval Fair. And that's actually a point of pride for me. Not like, oh, no, we were blacklisted. We were blacklisted. and not anything to do with our products or our salesmanship. That life is exciting and awesome for like a couple months. Driving out to all parts of the country, because I tell you, we carried a territory from Maine to Florida for a while, and you know what I found? Sometimes the further I drive, the less money I made. I knew I needed to transition online. I knew I had my Etsy shop and it was doing well. I knew I had my website. It was doing well. It wasn't until I started doing trunk shows, though, that it really hit home how well that difference was and that transition to online. I have completely gotten off track. So we're just going to shelve that part because that's part of Trunk Show Secrets, and that's coming in just a couple weeks. There's another thing that's coming first, like the lookbook challenge, that I will have great announcements for you on Monday about the lookbook challenge, okay? So you gotta stay on. There's no links yet. There's nothing for you to do but subscribe to this channel so you know when the announcement comes Monday about the lookbook challenge. Oh, yeah. But anyway, backtracking. Like, rewind. One funnel away 2.0, TwoComa Club Live, TwoComa Club program, which I'm not telling you guys what you gotta do to be in the TwoComa Club program because it's intense. So I'll mainstay with this one thing to give you guys another reference to this. Russell Brunson had an inner circle, and that was like the top level. That was the people that came and they flew into him every month and they trained. The inner circle costs $50,000 a year to be in, okay? That's the inner circle. I'm in the level below that, the TwoComa Club X program, okay? Which, you guys, if when you hang out for Trunk Show Secrets, you'll know what that means about what I'm learning so that I can bring to the Ecom Handmade world. But all right, so those levels, and it's like you're climbing the ladder, the value ladder, if you're in that world, and you know what that means. Climbing the value ladder and getting closer and closer and closer to Russell Brunson himself. This event I was just at this week. I was at the Ecomm FHAT Event. So the Ecom Funnel Hackathon, where we did deep dive, where we went in and Russell produced his findings about what makes the most successful ecom funnels. Because here's a fun stat for you with the ClickFunnels world. So a lot of the people who are in there who are using funnels are coaches, are info product. And info products are amazing because there's no physical labor. Like, you make it once and then you sell it a gazillion times. Unlike Ecom and Ecom Handmade, where you make every single one. You sell it, you gotta make it, and you sell it, and you gotta make it. And it's a little bit of a rat race, but whatever. So a lot of the people in ClickFunnels world are info product people and coaches. But he revealed to us that the most money made in those funnels come from the ecom space. People selling either physical products or a combination of physical and info. Info can be anything from like coaching to how-tos to whatever, they're selling information. So I was there and I was hobnobbing. Like I said, I got to beat Russell Brunson. That's probably gonna be my photo on here. It's a really bad picture I got of us, but I don't care that it's a bad picture. I don't care that a lot of the pictures I got at this event are bad pictures, because you know what? They're real and they happened and they're proof, because if it was a dream, they would be like photo perfect pictures with the great lighting and not like, what is it? There's like the projection screen on my forehead. I'm like, oh, so I have a voice control on my phone, so I never learned how to hold the phone out and actually take the picture with the one finger and whatnot. I have a really big phone. So I'm like, so my face is all wonky and he's like, I gotta go. But still, got the picture. It happens, it's real. But when you are in the room with the people who are doing millions of dollars of products and who are there to strategize, what is the best way? How do I help my customers the most? And I don't know, maybe you guys have experienced this. Like, I get mad when I'm in a sales funnel and they don't try to sell me something else. It's like, I was ready to buy. I wanted to see what you had for me next. I am in the mood right now. Let me give you money. And then they don't. Am I weird for that one? Does anyone else get mad at bad funnels? But so, okay. We'll just go back to the beginning where I said location disassociation. You have gone through what's called the hero's journey. You have said yes to doing an amazing trip. So like when I got the invitation and the coach of the program said Russell would really like it if you came out to this event, and I said I'm broke, but I'm gonna figure out how to do it. I'm at the level now after being at that event where I don't care if I would have to hitchhike or ride a camel, I would go again. It's a 36-hour drive to get there. I didn't drive, I flew. But still, that is how amazing this was. I don't care what it would take. I don't care if I'm walking. I will go to the next one. So you go through the hero's journey. You go and you say yes. The first step, like there's a whole bunch of steps to the hero's journey and whatnot, but the first step is you go and you say yes. I am going to accept going on this adventure. Or I should say you get invited. You have the mentor who invites you, or something calls you to an adventure, but you have to accept it. Like when Obi-Wan Kenobi tells Luke, you should come to Alderaan, you should train, learn the ways of the Jedi, and Luke goes, I don't know. Or when Hagrid shows up to Harry Potter and says, you're a wizard, Harry, and Harry's like, I'm just Harry. No. So when Sarah sent me the Facebook message, because at first I got an email and I was like, everybody gets invited to this, it's nothing special, whatever. And she goes, Russell would really like it if you came to the FHAT event, this funnel hackathon event. And when I say exclusive, I mean there were 50 people in the room level exclusive here. Okay? This is not like Funnel Hacking Live, which yes, I am going to Funnel Hacking Live. If you are going to Funnel Hacking Live, tell me down below so we can meet up. In September, I'm going to Funnel Hacking Live. That's like 3,000 to 5,000 people. This is 50 people in the room. So when Sarah did that, you're invited. That was where I was at. So you figure, hero's journey here, hero's journey, as much as I can remember of it. Get the email and I'm like, yeah, right. I said no. Everybody in the program gets invited to this. I'm saying no. Sarah sends me a message. Russell would really love it if you would come. Call the mentor. And this time I said, yes, I'm doing it. I'm going to do it. I'm going. I accept this adventure. And you have to go on a journey. I had to fly all the way out there. I had to figure out how to Uber. I've never Ubered before. So I had to go out there and I got the hotel and like my plane rides were fantastic, but I get in a cab to get to my hotel and they take me to the wrong hotel. And I figure out what the heck am I doing for dinner? And everybody else who's going to this is at the other hotel a half a mile down the street. So I'm like, okay, we're going to do this. I'm going to walk the half mile because I'm too cheap for a cab. And also I just float all day. So it's like, you know what? A half a mile walk sounds really, really nice. When we get there, I have to figure out how to take an Uber and I have to go there and I have to like swallow down and suppress all the imposter syndrome to be like, what the am I doing at ClickFunnels HQ? What am I doing? Like, oh my God, that's my coach. And these are all the people that I've just seen through a screen and interact with on a voicemail and I see you face to face and what? Come on. You know it. You know it. And you have to like, you're like, no, I'm cool. This is awesome. Yay, I'm so excited to meet you. Oh shit, what am I doing here? I'm so excited to meet you. Here's a hug. Oh shit, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? Like, going through that experience. And then you get in the room and you're like, okay, where do I go? They're like, oh, your name is like on the plate. I totally brought the tent card with my name on it and it's got the logo next to it. I brought that shit home. I'm still deciding if I'm gonna laminate it, but it's gonna sit on my desk as a reminder every day that I'm working, that I was in that room, that really happened. I brought something physical back with me, not just all the mental stuff that I learned or the information on my computer. This is what sat in front of me at my seat when I was in ClickFunnels HQ, learning from them in person. So I'm bringing this back. But anyway, so I'm sitting there, I got my bag coffee, I got my name thing on the plate, on the table, I'm looking around and I'm like, I know that person as a coach. I've seen that person on Zoom. Holy shit, that's Russell Brunson. On the table right over there. And I'm looking, I'm like, wait a minute, that's Allison Prince. And the other lady was like, is that really? Oh my God, that's Rachel Cross. And then I've seen another woman with like this massive curly hair. And so I'm like, that's Rachel Miller. All of these names and all of these coaches that like you don't think you're gonna be impressed until you're like, wait, I've watched your trainings online and now I get to meet you. What? I'm used to watching it through a screen. Like I've seen one of these events through a screen because I'm in the program. And Brent comes up and he's on stage, he's telling us about it. And the lady's coming around, she's going, make sure you sign up, get in your Wi-Fi before we start the Zoom and all that stuff because it was broadcast to people at home. And they're like, blah, 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 blah. We want to introduce to the stage, welcome to the stage, Mr. Russell Brunson. And like the music's going, the lights are going, everyone's standing up. We're like, all right, we're like, yeah. And he's running up the room, he jumps on stage. I'm like, is this real? Is this real? I'm dreaming. So like I spent the first half of the day, yes, taking copious notes, yes, taking pictures of all the slides, yes, go and brain dump. And at the same time, as I'm doing all this, my brain is going, is this real? Is this real? I'm dreaming. I'm totally dreaming. Every time I look on stage, I see it was like, I'm dreaming. That was my first day. My second day was fine. But you go through an experience like this and it changes you completely. Hero's journey I'm talking about, right? So the call to adventure. We have the acceptance of the call. we have the mentor, we have the journey, epic journey. So like even on here, some of my mentors, one of my big mentors in this was Coach Vince Green, because I was hanging out with him a lot. I went to dinner with him a couple of times. An unexpected mentor was Rachel Miller, who I carpooled with. Yes. Mentors at unexpected places. And then, of course, the grand tier mentor, Russell, who's just on the stage teaching these things, and other people. So I'm there, and you go through this as you're going. And yes, I know, I was only a 2-day conference, but you go through a transformation. And during this, you have to, I guess I don't know that I had to face myself, but I did a little bit, because my biggest takeaway is something stupid, but I can't negate it as, like, there's a whole bunch of little takeaways, a whole bunch of little things that I cannot wait to do, like, videos on for you, that I can't wait to put into my courses, that I can't wait to put in effect as I test them. I mean, I trust them, because these names said these things work. So if it's not working, I'm doing it wrong. Like, I guess that could be a real realization, that if the process is not working, then I'm doing it wrong. I'm messing it up. Because in these kinds of things, and I learned listening to everybody else in that room who has made their billions, it's do what Russell says. Hashtag do what Russell says. Trust the process and show up. That's all you have to do to get success. Some people it only takes a couple months. Some people it might take a year, but all you have to do is follow the process and show up. If you do that, you're ahead of like 90% of the competition. So what was the wall that I had to face? What was the inner self that I had to face with all of this to keep going with the hero's journey? Is as I'm watching him do it, I'm like, it's so simple. It's so simple. Like, not saying it's not work. Yes, it's hard work, but what you need to do, the process of it, is simple. It's just doing it and showing up again and again and again every day, and you will get there. And as we watch everything they said to do, I'm like, this is not hard. It's hard work. Yes, of course it's hard work, but it's not insane. They're not telling you to walk through fire. Everything they laid out, it's like, it's all doable steps. So it's like, this is so simple. Why have I been making it complicated? Even as I continued talking to Coach Vince, because we were doing 5-minute webinars, and I'm like, but I don't know what my secrets are. And he's like, scarcity is a secret. Your big domino is scarcity. That's for a perfect webinar, people. If anyone knows the perfect webinar, the big domino, the 3 secrets. Which, if you take my challenge, you will witness a perfect webinar in training. But still, that's a 9 digress. So you have to face yourself on these things. You have to face looking at the room that you're in. You're like, why am I not at their level? I understand all of this. My product is good enough. I got all of it. Why am I not also a millionaire already? Why am I not like a multi-millionaire already? So you have to face yourself and like, what's holding you back? And one of the things that I faced off against is that it's so simple. Why have I been needlessly complicating it? Why have I been making everything a struggle and a do-it-yourself and horrible? So one of the steps on this circle is the cave where you face yourself. And you have to come out victorious, because I left there with a plan that's stupid simple that will be started this week. So you have the cave where you must face yourself and you come out transformed. And that was a big thing right there, being out there, being in that world. And being in a new space definitely helps with that. Like, you have to travel, you have to get to a new environment, usually, to be able to have a transformation, because there are comforts to your home environment. Yeah. And then the big thing is, after you've gone through your transformation, you come home, and now, to finish out the hero's journey, you bring what you learned back to the people. To the people, pickle peeps, to you guys. I can bring back what I learned to you guys as I test. And it's not testing that it works. It's testing how fast I can make it work. It's testing what's the minimal viable option to make this work. Because if I can figure out the minimum to it, I can give it to you guys. And if you're anything like me, you guys are going, the pickle peeps, you're just going to take what I give you and you're going to be like, oh, that's so base simple. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to say, no, keep it simple, stupid. Kiss those dreams. Keep them simple. Keep the pathway to your dreams simple, okay? Remember, these funnels, making money, selling our products is a pathway to our dreams. So that is the full hero's journey that I went through. At least the pieces of it that I can remember to talk about. I hit the main points of the hero's journey. It's now come back and to be transformed and to teach what you learned and what you went through and what you experienced to your home and your people. And you pickle peeps are my people. You are my home. And I'm so excited for what's coming in the future. So I know this was rambly. I have actually only drank maybe half of my cup of coffee doing this, but I wanted to get this out while it was fresh, while it was raw, and let you guys know what's going on. So, this bestie, this CrossFitter, this funnel hacker, this hopefully queen of the pickle peeps has amazing stuff coming to you very, very soon. And I'm so excited to share all of it with you. All right, my people? Okay. I don't have a good sign off for today. But let me know. Let me know if you've had, like, this all started with, like, this environmental location disassociation. So let me know. Like, that's the biggest thing. Have you gone out and experienced a transformation and you came back and realized that the world that you came back to kind of hasn't changed at all? And you question, did it? But you know in your heart, I am a different person. I have leveled up. Maybe you leveled up 1 level. Maybe you just jumped 100 levels, it feels like. And you're a new person, and you are ready to now change your world. Let me know that. All right, pickle peeps. I will see you in the next one. Bye.